my podcast. I met up with some brother, man. From Outborough Island, we just chillin', man. One thing led to another plan, and we all made a real tight bond. We all came up from the dirt, ain't got no big head. We just coolin' and cruising and no bedhead. Yeah, yeah. Just relaxing like the real one said. The best is yet to come. Welcome to my podcast. The FUF, my podcast. Yeah. Welcome to my podcast. The FUF, my podcast. La 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 la. For an unappreciated wrestling fan, I got something for that glisten, man. Ooh, invincible, we get on the mic, then we show you how to do it non-stop. This ain't unapologetic, we never let you down or stop, and you can never question anything we do. Don't you disrespect me or the crew, because we gonna take it to the top, while we giving you what you like. You know every single string's gotta be up on my Tim team. Money if you please, the baddest 6'2" nigga. Now pause on the brim, now stop my niggas, do it again. You know every day I'm trying to live righteous for the next generation. We truly the light bulb. Tell me. Welcome to my podcast. The FUF, my podcast. Just relaxing like the real one said. The best is yet to come. The FUF, my pod. La 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 la. You know every day I'm trying to live righteous for the next generation. We are truly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, space, and time, welcome to the PUWF, which is the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. I'm joined today by my lovely, lovely friends and co-hosts and friends of all ages, Mr. D-Walk.
Hey, what's happening?
And Mr. Joe BNCO, the analyst of the evening. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. How's everybody doing?
Good, brother. Good.
Okay, easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the point of talking about today was the fact that we have 4 topics to talk about, but we have a special. We're not going to talk about the hater until the end of the show. We're not going to waste our time. Not yet. Let's have a good time, get drunk, and then at the end we just rant. Exactly. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Enjoy. Hit that like, subscribe, and comment and all that jazz. And remember, the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans is about having fun. Analysts talking, reviews, crazy shit, and videos galore. So let's go. First topic is actually going to talk about Rhea Ripley. This is the one video I don't have right now. So let's talk about Rhea Ripley and how Rhea Ripley needs a hug. Right. Dang. So basically, Rhea Ripley lost the championship to Io Sky 4-0 and champion defenses against her. And what problem was that afterwards, after she lost, there was a exclusive video backstage where she talked about like, oh, you know, I lost my smile. I don't really trust in friends. I should always try to like do this by myself. I knew I knew I was cocky and everything else. Now, Mr. Joe BNCO, what is the future for Rhea Ripley?
They're using this as an first off, lost the smile. Why do I keep rehearing the Shawn Michaels promo? It's like the 5th person I've heard say that. And then again, they're building for a storyline for WrestleMania. It's probably going to be a triple threat with Io Sky and Bianca and Rhea. I'm guessing maybe they're going to turn her heel.
Yeah.
Or Bianca turns heel. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I can't see Bianca turning heel now. They fucked that.
No. They didn't fuck it up yet. It was the way that Bianca. We'll talk about that, but it was the way she left and the fact that they were wearing matching clothes. That threw it in a way to what the Bianca Jade Naomi segment. It threw it in a different category.
Okay.
So I really think that that's going to change the complexity of everything. Bianca being a heel champion would be good for a little while. I mean, we'll at least get some interesting promos out of it,
Yeah.
and then we'll get some feuds out of it. But do not give Jade the title.
Yes. No, I get that.
Do not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
So what was? Sorry, I just stepped in. What was Joe's answer on Rhea Ripley and?
Was the future for Rhea Ripley?
Yeah.
Since she said it in the backstage interview, I think I showed you that, or I talked about it. She said that she lost her smile, which Joe brought up as a freaking Shawn Michaels promo. So he took like everyone's sucking Shawn Michaels' dick.
I think Rhea Ripley needs a hug. But
That's the point of the episode. Now we talked about the future of Rhea
It's too
Ripley. Now,
spicy.
exactly.
He turning heel.
Cardala. Yeah. Cardala was the future for Rhea Ripley for you. She has no friends. Her best friend's on another show, and
I could see this being like a dark heel turn for her. I think, and I said it. It's funny. Everything I said before she said it in the interview. Like it's been a rough, 2024 for me.
Yeah.
Like she's been isolated. So yeah, sounds like a heel turn to me.
that's sad.
But she'll get out. But yes, I'm feeling for Rhea Ripley.
Why don't they try to make her like a Stone Cold type character?
Yeah.
Anti-hero, where she kind of just does her own thing and just kicks everybody's ass.
It might get stale after a while. It'll be good
She
for
don't
like
have
2-3 months.
she don't have friends though. She don't have friends.
They could come back.
She's Austin.
Yeah.
I see it like, okay, this is going to be obscure, but for any Vampire Diary fans out there, let me know. It's kind of equivalent to the vampire turning off their humanity, and then in order for them to turn on their humanity again and like not be a crazy heel, all of her friends need to come back and like intervention her, like, we're here for you, we love you, like, we got you, and then she'll stop being heel.
I'm a fan of the Vampire Diaries, so I understand what you're coming from.
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to Caroline.
Okay. Now,
anyways.
Okay. D-Walk, your thoughts on this? What should Rhea Ripley do?
She going dark, bro. She going dark.
Right.
The lights, she finna start fucking everybody up. Like, maybe she might go into that Stone Cold angle, which she was almost at that angle, but maybe they gonna let her go. No, not give a fuck now. Maybe she'll go in that angle like, I really don't give a fuck. Now I ain't got nobody. And start spazzing out on everybody.
True.
Right.
That would make sense. In a way, it don't make sense.
It'd be entertaining to watch. It just wouldn't last forever. She'd just be spiraling out.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they kind of did with Nikki Cross.
They're doing it with Trick right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but Trick is like, Trick gets angry for everything. Like, that's like, Rhea Ripley is like depressed because she had the championship and now she has no one to like help her and she's lost. Whereas in Trick's like, I lost the belt, but I'm just gonna piss off and kick anyone's ass who even looks at me wrong.
Trick's like a mixture of Booker T and Bad News Brown.
Damn.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah. But I think for Rhea Ripley, for the future of her, she needs to like, she'll go down a downward spiral, but don't go down the Chase University downward spiral where they just like, oh, I'm walking around the backstage for months and then like people representing me, like, no, I don't need that shit. If she goes down the path of self like craziness, go full like Al Snow and Head. Just like go fucking nuts. Go fucking Gold Dust. Stuttering Gold Dust or like imitation Gold Dust. Like just go nuts. Like
I don't know, but it sounds cool.
Sorry. You already know who Gold Dust is. I already told you about that character. But Gold Dust back in the time would know who Gold Dust is? Okay.
Baby Dust.
Baby does, yeah. He would dress up like everybody else. He would like stutter sometimes and like talk in a stutter thing. Like sometimes it would be crazy, but it would work. For Rhea Ripley,
he did a lot of different gimmicks. Goldust took that character and he evolved it into many different things.
Yeah. Especially one of my favorite ones, the one when he was hunting Big Show.
Yeah.
When Big Show was in the NWO, he's a bitch.
I liked the one where he was out there with Luna with the black face in like hooker boots and shit. looked like he just walked off a 1970s street corner.
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious.
Or the one when he was doing the Rock, when he do the Rock eyebrows and the hair.
Yep. Now,
Good time.
with that being said, Rhea Ripley needs to get the belt back, but she needs to get it as a heel to a baby face, which makes some weird sense.
Yeah.
Or full circle, go from heel to baby face as a redemption. But that means she'll never get the belt to the baby face. That's a year. That's a year not getting a belt for
And I
shit.
mean, I thought it's such a shame that they took it from her so early, is what I was thinking to myself. Like, I feel like she just got it back. And I think Joe said it in another episode, like, the whole time she was fighting for the belt or had the belt, she was dealing with Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
So she really hasn't gotten a chance to like show out that much.
To anyone else.
So maybe that's why they took the belt from her, just to switch up the storyline, and then she can like show out to earn back the belt, even if she really doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Well, losing to Io Sky is not like bad or anything either.
No.
I mean, she's never beaten Io Sky ever. She's lost to Io Sky now 4 times.
4
She
times
lost
in a row.
FCW in FCW. She lost to her, and then she lost to her twice in NXT, and now once on the main roster.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a redemption arc for her, because that reminded me, like, the only reason she lost that match is that she took her eye off the ball. She was gonna win it. Like, Io was just laying there knocked out for like a good 30 seconds. So yeah, I think this is a redemption period for her.
He had her on the top rope, was about to do the
The
riptide, and Io reversed it into a Hurricane Rana, and then hit the moonsault, and it was over. It was just real quick, done. You blinked, and the match was over.
Yep.
But I'm happy to see Io Sky win, because I didn't want to see Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair again.
But
No,
I think, go on.
Go back. Let's go back also a few weeks prior, or about a month. Maybe it's been at least a month, maybe a little longer. But let's not forget, Io Sky defeated Bianca Belair in one-on-one on SmackDown as well.
Yep.
So she's beaten the top talent in the company already,
over and over again.
Yes.
The problem with Io is that she's a transitional champion.
She can
Maybe not. Maybe they're gonna leave the belt on her. Maybe.
For a while.
What if we see Io Sky versus Asuka if she come back?
Fine, that would be a match, but that wouldn't be a match to lose the belt. That would just be a match. Like, again, in the match, they said it. Someone said it in the commentary. I forgot who it was. Oh, I saw it on a show or something. Io Sky did all 3 of her friends' moves back to back to back, out of and like from like the elbow to the Oscar lock to like her shit. I'm like, if she would fight any of those 4, she would win any of those 4. That's it, bar none. So you don't need to see that. And Io against Bailey, sure. Io against Chelsea, sure. Io against Roxanne Perez, yes, please. But
But to me, honestly, I don't see nobody up there with Rhea, with Io Sky. She wrestled Penta and Lucha Underground.
I know.
Yeah, I sent the video of that.
Yeah.
I sent the video of that.
Yeah.
We don't know about that because Chelsea Green and Penta are already talking about rolling that shit back. And they're talking, and WWE bought Lucha Underground. Well, TKO did. TKO bought Lucha Underground, and now they're talking about reviving it. So I don't know what they're going to do.
And they need, like I told you, without Robert Rodriguez, it's just going to be a WWE version of it, and it's not the same.
You know how much money, but you know how much money they have. They could hire Robert Rodriguez.
They could maybe Robert Rodriguez. I don't know I mean, you could try to make a Tim Burton film, but if you don't got Tim Burton, you're just.
They own WWE. They own the UFC. They own the bull ride. They own bull ride. The PBR circuit. They own so much.
Actual bull riding. Look at me.
They own all of this shit. TKO owns all of it
because they know that there's a market for that. There's a market for bull riding. There's a market for Evolve. There's a market for soccer. There's a market for lingerie football. Doesn't really matter. There's a market for everything.
They're trying to buy up different sports so they can be a sport. TKO could be a solid sports conglomerate,
like the Ocho. in dodgeball, just really just all over the place. But let's conclude with that with saying, by Rhea Ripley, we adore you. You're a great wrestler, great talker. Just don't get lost in a year. Really, exactly. Thank you,
Yeah.
Chad. Yeah.
Keep your eye on the prize and don't lose focus.
Now, speaking of keeping your eye on the prize and don't losing focus, let's talk about this person. And before we give me a second, because I want to make it look nice and sexy. And right here, shout out to my girlfriend looking down at our wedding pictures. I'm just kidding. Here we go.
Welcome to my podcast. PFUF.
All right. Let's talk about Carmella.
Yeah.
Now, Corey Graves is it the guy on commentary?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's his wife. Now, to be very clear, and I say this again, to be very specifically clear, we are going to talk about Carmella's contract expiring. And I think, Joe, did you see or hear any transcripts from the interview of anything else?
Just the fact that she had said that the WWE had opportunities to re-sign her and that they had opportunities to do something with her because she was available.
Yes.
And they didn't want to do anything with her, and she felt that she wasn't getting the fair opportunities like other wrestlers had, like Yi,
Bless you.
where they could have had her doing commentary, periodically, like at the beginning of a pay-per-view or something. And she is right. I mean, they could have used her for something.
But let's bring up the history, ladies and gentlemen. Go on, Joe.
She's been ready to come back for a while, and they have not brought her back. She did deal with. She had some postpartum depression after she had the baby, and she had to deal with mental health issues, and but she dealt with that, and she's been good for a while.
Now, to give a little context to my girlfriend and future wife, Cardella, let's talk about Cardella. You know what, mother? Hold this shit. Hold my blunt. Thank you, baby. This motherfucker's gonna be all fucking sappy as fuck. Think I'm gonna catch his ass. You know what? For that shit.
Shit jerk! You're just a shit jerk, dick fucker.
Tried all that.
Yep. He acknowledges that. I like that. Now,
I drink on that.
Now, Carmella.
Drink on anything.
I know. You drink on which cloud is smaller than the
you drink on a dead body over their cemetery in their coffin, probably.
Wow. Damn.
You drink when the news comes on and when the news turns off at 11. Just making sure this might be the last day. Purge.
I drink when I get hungry.
Yeah.
I drink when I get hungry.
Yeah.
Whenever I get hungry for a while, I'm like, yeah.
Let's go. All right.
D-Walk drinks more. D-Walk drinks so much he has to watch New York One News. It's on 24/7.
That's fucking crazy. Now, Carmella, aka I don't remember her name, was a wrestler in NXT who was actually a fiance to another wrestler named Big Cass.
Yeah.
I'm giving her the bridge version. Carmella met a guy named Corey Graves during that time period. They fell in love. Big Cass went insane in a sense, had a mental breakdown, almost died. Popped back after a couple years. He was actually, fun fact about him, he was actually going to be a doctor. He actually went to the thing, had great scores and everything, was actually going to be a doctor, 6'5" doctor. He's like, I'll go someplace else.
6'5". He's like 6. He's like 6. He's almost 7 foot tall.
7 foot guy as a doctor. You're like, hey, leave him. Anyway, after that, Corey Graves had a wife with 3 kids before Carmella. Carmella came in and supposedly and allegedly that wasn't the reason that Corey Graves broke up with her and then immediately married her. As you know, after that, Carmella was on the rise. She got the championship a couple times. She was partners with a guy that we found out later was part of the pervy side. And then she got hurt. Was off the show for a little bit. Yes.
She was the first women's Money in the Bank winner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Twice.
And now wait a minute. No. She was the first ever Money in the no, wait a minute. She was the first ever Money in the Bank winner, yes, because a guy named James Ellsworth came out of nowhere. A guy in a women's Money in the Bank match went up the ladder and took the briefcase off for her.
He's small and has
First
no
ever
chin.
person to ever do that. Yes.
He's small and has no chin. He don't count.
Oh God, that caused so much shit at that time frame, baby. So many people got pissed. I'm like, it's like if you're in a all women's fucking Money in the Bank ladder match and it's a ladder match and you're fucking blowing your ass off on it, and then me, Ashanti the Adonis, comes in and like, I'm getting the belt, I'm getting the briefcase, I got it for you, baby. And again, it doesn't count until it either touches the hands of somebody. So I take it off, I fall, but you grab it, and technically you won the match. Because you're the first person to have the hands on it.
Technically, I'd win the match, but I would hate that.
Not for Carmella.
See, that's smart. But that's smart, though. You see, if it was me and I was in a Money in the Bank ladder match, I'd like to have a pocket midget that I could just throw up on a ladder to go climb up and get.
Oh, here we go. Hold up, I got press the button. We're midget. Go.
Hey, they don't like to be called midgets. They like to be called dwarfs.
And here he goes too. Little people, little persons. That's all.
Can
it
we
is.
just
Little
combine the word and call them majorfs?
Oh my God, 3 in a row. Hold on.
Oh man, this is why I'm so looking forward to this show.
My girlfriend's getting pissed though.
No, I'm sorry. You know who gets a button right now? Alex does.
Why?
Okay.
How dare you?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how
Hey, you can't lie though. That would be an ingenious plan. Can you imagine Finley or somebody having Hornswoggle on like a backpack, pulling it from under the ring, and undoing the backpack and having pushing Hornswoggle up the ladder to get the briefcase?
All right. If we're going this theory, then it's more like Ant-Man, like just a little Ant-Man in your pocket and just toss him up in the air and then just shoot. And
okay. Now again, we're getting it with I have to show you the James Ellsworth.
No, but
I have to show you the James
totally
Ellsworth era because this is like, for me as a wrestling fan, I got so pissed off. It was ingenious. They only did it once because they realized they can never do this shit again.
No.
In this day and age, they can never do that shit again.
He was turning into the Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. And again, but then that's the guy who became a perv in the long run. He's like, let's cut his ass off. Anyway, then Carmella got hurt. She came back. She got hurt again. Then she got pregnant. She had a baby, postpartum depression. And around 2024, early, is when she was here, right? But what I'm alluding up to is the fact that we have already learned what happens when you try to hold out your shit and say, I want to do something else. A la Alexa Bliss wanted more money. What the fuck happened? She shut the fuck up after they said, get your ass back to work.
No, they paid her.
Yeah.
They paid her.
They paid her. Like, we've been paying you. Go to work. Now.
No, they paid her more money like she asked for.
There you go. That's it. I didn't know about that. Look at that. She's like, no, I want more money. Okay, fine.
Mama wants, Mama gets. They wanted her back.
Now, here's the thing. Alexa and Carmella are two totally different wrestlers, two totally different wrestling styles. Carmella is out of 100, will always be a 73.
I liked Carmella. I thought she was a good performer.
She was an okay talker and an okay performer, but she wasn't a nothing else but a 73.
Liked her finishing move too, her submission.
I mean,
it was original.
It was. I have to show you the submission. You'll get me for that one.
I'm not familiar with her as a wrestler at all, but
it was almost like a figure four. It was almost like a figure four, like around the neck.
Yeah, she'll do it to me later.
Well, no, but to be a solid 73, I mean, you said like out of 100.
Out of
right?
100, yeah.
Like that's a pretty high like
no
baseline.
It's a C. It's a C.
Yeah, that's superstar. That's superstar status. Anything 70 and above is superstar status.
Yeah. But not. But,
How
but,
is that a C? You're thinking, baby. No,
okay.
don't
Wow.
No, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
hold on.
Don't let the American education system get you.
Give me some beers. You damn bastard. Anyway, all right. What I'm saying is that, and because my girlfriend will hear this anyway, is that, and Joe gets to understand why I call her a 73. Always will be a 73. She will never get worse or better. She will always be the same. Carmella, as good as she's tried to be all over the years, she's never done. Okay, there's okay. How do I say this without being disrespectful to Carmella fans if they see this?
I think she needs to go to another organization and show why she's worth what she says she's worth.
Yeah.
No. I mean like TNA or AEW or Japan or
Yeah,
somewhere
I'd rather
like
see her in
that.
Japan. I don't want to see her. I honestly feel like they not gonna let her go, bro. They
let her go. What the fuck are you talking about?
Her contract expired.
Yeah, dude, they didn't hire her back.
No, her contract expired.
I'm trying to get to that point. I'm trying to set ambiance.
My bad. Disregard.
Okay. Yes. The point is this. When 2024 got up, thank you. Nobody's over, please. The bottle. The thing that happened was that she was ready to go, but there was no room for her, no storylines, nothing to get in there. After a while, the contract expired, and TKO kind of, and I'm guessing this, TKO kind of realized we don't really need her. She won't really improve. We have 25 other girls in NXT that can probably do the same thing as her. We have Rizzo. By the way, Joe, yes or no? Rizzo is just a knockoff of Carmella. Come on now, honestly.
I mean, no. Yes and no, but it's not the same.
Okay.
It's not the same. And Rizzo doesn't even look like Carmella.
I meant in demeanor and how, except Rizzo's very Italian. Except if Rizzo wasn't very Italian.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now, Rizzo. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? First of all,
yes, go on.
I just think it's a shame that I don't even know who you're talking about. So that's a testament to or I just don't remember her, but that's a testament to the fact that they have not given her adequate airtime. So.
She hasn't been on TV. Carmella hasn't been on TV in probably 2 years or more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
Alexa Bliss. Why'd you bring her back if you're not gonna show her off?
Yeah.
But in terms of Rizzo, sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, D-Walk.
Oh, it was a D-Walk.
Hey, my bad. Hey, I'd rather see Carmella come back than them damn Bellas come back.
Agreed.
Who was that?
And Brie Bella.
Now,
I'd rather see them gone.
Now, Carmella. Yeah. Now, okay, Carmella's gone. This is the point I'm making. She was on a podcast because she was saying that it was a shame that they didn't hire her back. And people are putting out there in the world of the internet wrestling community is that she got fired and they had bad blood. No, her contract expired and they didn't want her back. That's it. They gave you 2 years. This is the thing I learned from Joe. Alexa Bliss was at home for a while, still getting paid.
Had a baby too.
A lot of money, right? Carmella was in home getting $250,000 a year while having the baby, and then $250,000 a year after the postpartum depression and the injuries combined. And then you complain why they didn't hire you back. They gave you $500,000 in 2 years.
But did she wrestle?
No, she was just home.
Injured. She was injured and had the baby.
Okay.
They paid basically $500,000 for your pregnancy.
I don't know.
That's me.
But no, in terms of Rizzo, why would an imitation be because
it's
not the same thing.
The thing is, Rizzo is an imitation, in my opinion, and Joe doesn't want to admit it, but I understand why he keeps saying maybe no. But the fact that Carmella back in 2016 was Rizzo, except without the deep Italian accents. She was the queen of Staten Island, and she would just wear the hoop earrings and like the Italian little mini shirt, freaking like leather. But she was bad. in the beginning. It took her 6 years to get good. 6 years.
Her matches did get a lot better, though. She definitely grew.
After 6 years. That's the point. After 6 years, yeah, it's fucking awesome. But then you got Rizzo, who is pretty good now in year 2. And again, TKO is all about stocks and statistics. Carmella, again, always be a 73. Statistically, that's not going to help our company in the long run. She's not as popular as she was before.
Did y'all watch Evolve?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We just finished watching it, and those motherfuckers can go. That's a preview, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about that later. But I want to say this. Yeah,
they're all like people like I knew a lot of those people that were in those matches in the first episode.
Okay, you
like I've seen them.
You're gonna make me divert this, and I hate doing this, but ladies and gentlemen, at 31 minutes, in that if you remember the beginning, in that crowd was Kaylee there?
No, you talking about Kylie Ray?
Yeah, Kylie Ray. Is that the one that has the mental breakdowns?
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, sorry, I had the name wrong. I kept calling her Kylie Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe.
You told me a whole story that was
okay. Joe, take your time. Think of the mental holodex, and we'll talk about the story of Kylie Ray later when we get to Evolve. Once we get there, not now.
Okay.
Let's think about that for later. All right. Okay, but I'll say this so you can bring yourself into this. As a person that's a casual viewer, that was a badass kick.
Sorry.
This is Sparta. What would you do if the fact that you worked for a company for so many years and they didn't hire you, then you go to a podcast and kind of badmouth the company that didn't hire you back? What is the future for you?
I don't know. I'm sure if another wrestling company wants to pick her up, they can do that. But then again, maybe does she want to continue wrestling? Because that's my thing. Is again, no opinion of Carmella as a wrestler. Like I don't remember ever seeing her fight. It's just a matter of like, okay, so they basically had her on retainer for like 2 years. So she was just chilling at home having her baby, and then they just let her go.
Yep.
That's the part that doesn't make sense to me and just seems petty on the part of WWE, just from an objective standpoint. Like, that's my question is why not give her the chance to fight before deciding to let her go?
And her husband still works for them.
So that was just kind of like, oh, you had a baby, you're done now. You can go. We paid you for 2 years. You can go. You'll be fine.
And the reason
write a book.
And the reason I bring that up because of the fact that Corey Graves had legit heat from the back for what he said about Booker T and all this other shit and how he got demoted to NXT.
They think that's part of the reason why she got let go.
I think it was like a mafia fuck you. It's like you work with us, but at the same time your wife is out of the business.
Still petty. So either way, it just falls on being petty on the part of WWE. So
there's a history.
That's my opinion, shit. But anyways.
Also, Alex and Cardella and D-Walk. Also, what she had said, why didn't they use her like they used Big E, where she can just do a little commentary segment, with a panel, for 30 minutes before pay-per-views, like they do with E.
That would be a woman's perspective. That would be good. And she did wrestle with mostly.
They could have done a lot of things. Again, like
she offered and said like they could have used me like they used Big E, but they never offered it to her.
You know what's sad about that is that she was in the same class as the 4 horsewomen. All the girls you see now, she was in the same class as them. Not like the top, but she was there at the same time.
Bailey, Charlotte, Sasha, Becky.
Yeah, Asuka. Everybody.
Emma.
Shout out to Emma.
I hope if she wants to continue wrestling or even being a commentator, that I'm sure she can find that opportunity somewhere.
If she goes to AEW, they'll give her like a good chunk of a money contract, but then she has to work it out. If she goes to TNA, she has to wrestle. No talk shit. You can talk your shit, but wrestle. Because that's what you got to do. What you like.
Well, the only problem with AEW would be her ex works there.
Yeah, but I think he's moved past it in his life that he doesn't really give a shit about her anymore.
Joe Hendry's theme song just played in my head.
I know, but the thing is, like, I have no objectifying hatreds toward any woman. My girlfriend knows that.
And his girlfriend works there too, Lacey Nair.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I hope that all good things happen to Big Cass. Because again, there was I want to give shout out to the person who clipped this and the music and everything like that. There was a clip where Big Cass went to Europe, and he was supposed to be the bad guy, right? But not that many people have seen him for such a long time. So when he went back to, this might make me cry. So he went back to Europe and started doing the FU and all that other shit, people started cheering. Shout out to you, right hand Cam. And he's still trying to be like the asshole and shit. But just like when I watched him, like, dude, we can never be mad at you. Your girlfriend dumped you. You had a mental breakdown. You literally almost died. And now you're still wrestling. We fucking love your ass. So that's why, that. Yeah, go on, Joe.
Just wait, because I'm hearing that Tony Khan is probably going to be signing Enzo.
Yeah.
And putting him and Kaz back together.
And that'd be dope. And that's the part that it's going to suck, because that's why I say I hope Kaz has a great mental life, because if they get Enzo as the sun rises, he will get Carmella. He will buy her. He will put her on the roster and tell Cass, I will give you a shitload of money, bad or good. You're hanging out with her. That's a ratings pop. You know that, Joe. That's a fucking ratings pop. If they have Enzo, Big Cass, and Carmella, because Carmella was the hype girl.
Dude, if Enzo alone, if Enzo comes out and helps out Kaz and you hear him on the mic, the crowd's going to go nuts. Crowd's going to fucking lose their shit. Yeah. They put them on the Jericho cruise this year, put them back together on the Jericho cruise as a surprise, and everybody on the fucking cruise popped. Even the wrestlers fucking popped.
Of course, because no one expected that, because they hated each other at the end. Like at the end, they broke up because they realized. But we're digressing. We're digressing from what we were supposed to do. We're gonna have that another episode in the life and times of Cass and Enzo.
You can't teach that.
You can't teach that. But let's talk about now. I have to say this respectfully. Shout out to everyone that loves this particular wrestler. Shout out to BX Sports, Black Couch Booking, everyone that loves this guy. I am the one out of 9 billion that just doesn't.
What kind of disgusting, despicable lack of respect is that Billy What's-His-Name show booking a match for the total package Lex Luger and Super Brawl? Super Saturday? What is it? I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
Super Brawl Saturday.
Super Brawl Saturday? Can he afford to pay me to wrestle around? I don't know. I'm one of the biggest legends and stars ever in this. God! And your t-shirts are too tight too, Billy! And you book a match with me against Ryan Killings? Look at me! I'm a total package. I will rip him apart. I'm pissed now.
Hey, so I got a question. Now they put Lex Luger in there. Should Chris Benoit deserve to be in there in the Hall of Fame too?
We'll talk about that at the end. We'll ask that question at the end of it. Okay. Now, Lex Luger, wrestler, WCW OG member,
WCW Triple Crown champion as well. He's won all the belts in WCW.
Joe, give him all the accolades. I have to have a cigarette. Give him all the accolades, and and give him some praise, because I'm gonna be the opposite of this. I need to walk around.
Lex Luger has had a hell of a career. He's wrestled for WCW, WWE, well, F at the time. He's wrestled for AWA, NWA. He's wrestled for a lot of promotions. And he's won a lot of championships as well. Plus, he was the first man to body slam Yokozuna on the Intrepid on the 4th of July, which started the Lex Express run, where he headlined WrestleMania 10, I believe it was.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, 9 was the Macho Man.
It was him and Brett that headlined. They both faced Yokozuna in the same night.
Yeah.
But Lex lost because he hit Yoko with the forearm, and he got knocked out of the ring and counted out.
Yep.
So he won the match, but he didn't win the belt. And then Brett went on later that night to win the championship.
No.
But he's had a lot of great career, a lot of big moments. One of them was the first episode of WCW Nitro, where they thought he was still under WWE contract when he walked out on the first episode of Nitro. WWF at the time didn't know that his contract expired.
Damn.
And he just walked up on Nitro that day. Had a contract waiting for him as soon as he got there. Eric Bischoff himself didn't even know that Lex Luger was going to be there.
Okay.
So it kind of caught everybody off guard. Plus, he was part of the Wolfpack, NWO.
Okay.
But tragically, he had an injury. I believe it was in 2009. He got off a plane and was going to a hotel, and something happened to where he pretty much became paralyzed. And doctors and neurosurgeons and stuff couldn't figure out what caused it. To this day, they don't know what caused it. But thanks to DDP and DDP yoga, he's getting mobility back again. And he's able to stand.
Yeah. They say he had a stroke in his spine or some shit like that.
Wow.
They still don't fucking know, dude. They don't even know what the fuck caused it.
Yeah.
Damn, I should say the thing about Lex
That's crazy.
No, that can happen to anybody, because But let's get to. He did all those things, and Cody Rhodes surprised him. I'm not gonna put in that video because we'll get a copyright. He came out and surprised him and said, "You're gonna be in the Hall of Fame with Michelle McCool." I don't know why Michelle McCool, but yeah,
this is Undertaker's wife.
I know why. I know, Joe. I know because
same reason was why she's replacing Mickie James in LFG next season.
Yeah.
By the way, the Undertaker talked about that and said that he never said to replace Mickie James. He just said that if they could add Michelle.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all he said.
But it's by saying that he was like, I'd like to keep doing this more, but I'd like for my wife to be here too. That's pretty much, in other words, saying we need to get rid of a female to put a female in.
It's pretty much saying, but that's like me telling my girlfriend, like, hey, Cardala, you're gonna be on a good show. I have good pull, so you're gonna be on a show with another woman, and you're gonna talk about like spiritual and all that stuff. And then the season starts, and you find out that, by the way, that she's gone. It's just you, and everyone's looking at you like, oh, you that bitch, that bitch that took away that one of the best spiritual persons ever to get in, and you're like, no, I didn't know. No, my husband. And I'm like, no, I love my wife. Just stuff like that. But but I'm getting to this. Let's get to this. This bothers me so much.
The fact that Lex Luger is going into the Hall of Fame is a big part of it is because of Diamond Dallas Page.
Mm-hmm.
Because he rehabilitated Jake the Snake and got him inducted in the Hall of Fame, which no one ever thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
He did the same thing with Scott Hall. He did the same thing with Sean Waltman with X-Pac.
Yeah.
He has rehabilitated tons of people.
So this they saying and trying to give DDP his flowers?
They gave DDP his flowers. They gave DDP his induction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I am of the minority, and I don't think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And why? I don't say this. I don't say this as a cynical monster, but I say this that he should deserve the Hall of Fame after he's dead, because I say I'll explain why. He's not dead. He's not dead, but he
was damn near dead.
He was damn near dead, but that's like saying that to Ric Flair. We've said that 12 times in a year.
Ric Flair's in better shape than Lex Luger,
and that's sad. But the point is this: like, I'm an old enough wrestling fan, and again, I have to say this: Lex Luger had a bad side. Lex Luger had a drug addiction problem, and had a pill problem, just like all wrestlers did in the 90s, basically.
Yeah.
But the factor that bothers me is that Macho Man's wife, or not wife, but you know what I mean, ex-wife, what are you gonna call it? Died in his house.
She OD'd on her own.
She OD'd on her own, but he said in an interview, I couldn't find it. I read it like yesterday, and I guess I didn't save it. That's like
that's like saying I have friends over my house, and one of my friends fucking ODs in my fucking house, and then you're gonna call me a murderer.
The reason I'm not calling him a murderer. I'm not calling him a murderer. She OD'd on her own stuff. The fact is that he was an enabler, and
you're getting it backwards too. She didn't OD on her own stuff. She went in the bathroom and OD'd on his stuff in his goddamn medicine cabinet in the bathroom. She used his stuff in the bathroom.
Yes.
While being in the bathroom with the door locked.
That's why I get a little mad at this, because look, whatever problems he had in the 90s that made him do all those fucking drugs and the pain pills and everything else, that's his life. I'm not going to judge that because that was in the past. I know what he did, so I'm not going to bring it up that much. The fact that you knew that Miss Elizabeth, which is her wrestling name, had a problem too. That's like me being a heroin user, and I'm really bad. And then I have a friend's ex-wife come to my house knowing that she's like that too. And then like you leave your shit in the fucking bathroom like a fucking idiot. All your shit. Beyond all your shit.
You can't leave your medicine stuff in your cabinet in your own fucking house?
No, not your drugs. Not your hardcore shit where you know that 1 to 2 will do nothing to you. 6 or 7 will do nothing to you, but 2 to a normal human being, yes. If, for example, he had 100 bottles, not 100 bottles, 100 pills of fucking Percocets, right? And he takes 6 of them like fucking Tic Tacs. For him, he does nothing. Nothing. But to Miss Elizabeth.
Okay, what is this argument?
The argument I have is that Lex Luger is going to the Hall of Fame, right? Alive. And I think as karma as I want to say it, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame dead because of the fact that, in my opinion alone, on the PWF, and not as a whole, but as a person, say because he had his own shit, and because at that time he was really heavy into hard ass fucking painkillers and just hard ass shit. And he knew that the Miss Elizabeth was also a drug addict at that time, depressed. I don't think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame by, like, again, I think he's an enabler.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't have all the details on that, but yeah, he could. I don't know. That's not his.
He called 911 when everything went down, and he did CPR and all that. Like he attempted to save her life. It's on the 911 calls.
No, I know.
Like I mean, I guess it's not on him that like Joe said, like that's his medical cabinet. How much more locked up does it have to be? Like at that point, it's like how, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think that's probably a factor why he had that spinal injury. You mix all those drugs all those times for over a long period of time, but then you stop it, obviously.
Inside Out.
I told you it was Inside Out.
It's possible.
Yeah.
All right, so my question is now, do Chris Benoit deserve to be in it?
There's a big difference, and we're not there yet in time of a person that regrettably but arguably killed or not killed a person, but tried to save her life and everything else. Yes.
Jimmy Snuka.
But no, Jimmy Snuka murdered a motherfucker. Jimmy Snuka murdered a person.
Yeah, and got away with it. Got
away with it. No, he didn't get away with it. They finally caught him, but he was dying. So they didn't put him in jail, but he was.
But how the lifespan? Yeah, the lifespan. Look, he did that shit and got away with it the whole time.
Yeah. But with Lex Luger, like I'm trying to say, Lex Luger, like this guy is not as bad. Okay, if you go a scale from like Owen Hart, which is like the best, to Hulk Hogan, which is like the worst. And I say Hulk Hogan in the sense of like the liar, the manipulator, the shyster. That Hulk Hogan, not his body of work. You know what I mean, Joe? That Hulk Hogan.
I get it, but he was not lying about Puerto Rico, though. That's documented.
Okay, he was lying
I
a little
sent
bit. He was lying a little bit about Puerto Rico because again, Puerto Rico was very territorial. That is true.
Yes.
Puerto Rico was very racist over white people.
Ric Flair has even come out about that stuff. He said that it was bad in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
he said
in the
when
80s it was monsters. In the 80s,
when him and Hogan said when him and Hogan were going over there, he's like it was terrible. He's like we would get pelted with trash and threatened, and it was real bad.
Dude, it was the early 70s, it was like the late 70s, early 80s, where all we had in Puerto Rico was cocaine and heroin, salsa, and beer. And again,
Bruiser Brody died. Bruiser Brody died in the very following trip.
I know, and that's what pissed me off. And that same motherfucker is still alive to this day, which I'm not gonna say his name because he doesn't deserve to say his name, but he deserves to get spit on because he's a piece of shit. But the fact that we're just divulging from other things. Okay, let's do Hall of Fame.
Hey,
good for you.
Did y'all know?
Yeah.
Did y'all know Hulk Hogan's supposed to play RoboCop?
And you know what? And we're gonna move on from there. All right, let's just go on to the next thing in the topic, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's talk about. And since D-Walk didn't see this, let's talk about Evolve, episode 1.
Welcome to my podcast. If you left my podcast.
All right. To get some clarifications, Robert Stone is on commentary. Pete Rosenberg is the play-by-play, and Cardalla made up a good point that X is apparently the new word for by, by. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I call it play-by-play, but apparently it's play X play. Millennials.
Good question.
Yes.
The commentary guy that was doing the interviews after the matches. Chewy. Why does that look like? Yeah, why does Chewy look like Flop Dollar 2.0?
No, I don't say flop.
Doesn't he? Face and all. Face, body, and all. He Flop Dollar.
What if that is Flop Dollar?
No, it's not. That's the funny part.
It's. I think they were trying to get to like Mr. Iglesias, but they couldn't get a Mr. Iglesias, so they got like a Chewy. There's a lot of Chewies, and apparently, so they got him. But let's go to the beginning. Shawn Michaels with Ava was talking to about 30 people. It was about 30 people. Shout out to Kylie. Shout out to Brinley Reese.
Danny Palmer.
No. To at least the veterans. The Kylie to Brinley Reese, Kendall Gray, Carly Bright, and and Luca Brasafino, which I feel we'll talk about him later because oh my god. And others, and they're saying that since Ava is the mayor of NXT, and can you explain to the Visible Woman what the mayor of NXT means, Joe, before we continue?
The mayor of NXT, pretty much she runs things, but can be overridden by the governor, which would be Michaels.
There we go.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense. So if Michaels is like, dude, you're going out of power, like we got to stop this shit, he can come in and overturn it. But she still is the final boss in NXT. Kind of weird thing happen.
Not really.
She still is. She does whatever the fuck she wants.
She does, but at any time, Shawn Michaels can walk in and be like, "All right, bitch, you're done. You're fired. Get out of here."
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. But that's the point I like about the final boss. You fire her, the real final boss comes in like, "Hey, Shawn, let's talk about it." You know,
I'll fire you. The real final boss. I'll fire you.
Yeah, yeah. Because Shawn, like you're looking at me, but that lazy eye is looking at that door on the way out.
No. Then that means they're going to set up a match.
No, they won't. They'll just.
Then we're going to get bald Shawn Michaels versus Final Boss Rock, where he's all like fucking oiled up and shit.
No, man, they'll just use Eddie Thorpe as a constituent.
They better not.
The way Shawn Michaels' lazy eye is, the way his lazy eye is, he'll wind up fucking super kicking the referee.
Yeah, and I have to press that button because you know what? Shout out to, I know.
shit jerk. You're just a shit jerk, dick, fucker.
What do you mean?
Or super cameraman.
Yeah. No, either way. But
they threw that back in NXT.
Okay. But let's talk about the people. Let's talk about the people here. Shawn Michaels and Ava. No, mostly Shawn Michaels say that, look, since Ava's just got here, I'll start the matches for this first episode or first week, whatever. Starting off, we'll get Kendall Gray and Carly Bright versus Danny Palmer. Danny Palmer and Kali, not Khali, but Kali, and it's the same name as the Indian god of death and rebirth. So shout out to $1 for that one. And
was that Kali Armstrong?
Yeah, Kali Armstrong.
The wrestler,
Kali Armstrong. It was the athletic African American woman that was. She was very big. She looked like Bianca. She looked like the size of Bianca.
Yeah, we'll talk about her later.
Are you? Are we talking about Evolve?
Yeah, we're talking about the first 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm saying Shawn Michaels just said that they announced. Yeah, Shawn Michaels picked that. Shawn Michaels did not say the second match. We had to find out later. Well, and that will be Keanu Carver or Oba Temu versus London something.
Yeah, he didn't mention that. He didn't mention that match.
No. But then he says at the end, we have a 3-way tag match. We have, which I didn't know it was actually a tag team called Swipe Right. We have Brad Baylor, Jackson something, and something. We have Cappuccino Jones, Matt, freaking what's the Cartwheel? Mike Cartwheel, and then Super. I forgot their names. They're just whatever. I just remember Cappuccino Jones.
You didn't take notes.
No. This was gonna be a general I was stopping it a bunch of times. I told my girlfriend, look, this was just a general review of it. I'll go back and watch it and write down notes.
It was only 47 minutes.
I know, but I wanted to enjoy it because again, this really surprised me. I got home from work. Okay, guys, shit happens. Now, why
you said that serious? He said
because why do you like I write notes all the time. They're in my head, but I'm drunk.
Yeah.
So therefore, the notes are kind of like taking a little bit of time to get to in my head.
No,
yeah, I know. The notes became dyslexia because you're drinking.
Exactly. Shout out to my house. Small but deadly.
Shawn Michaels. One of Shawn Michaels looking. One of Shawn Michaels' eyes looking north, and the other one looking west.
Now, yes. That I'm not gonna say that joke because I feel bad for people that have lazy eyes. I had a girlfriend like that too. But at the end, they said that was gonna be the main event. So we start off with the tag team match of Dina and Kali versus Carly Bright and Kendall Gray. Cardala.
Yeah.
Do you remember the match?
The first match?
The first match. Talk about the match.
It was pretty good. I like that they had info about all the different wrestlers. Kendall Gray was standing out. There was beef between her and her tag mate. Who were we just talking about? Kelly Armstrong. I feel like she could have showed out a little bit more. I think she's all bark and no bite, and I don't really know why, but we'll see that as it goes.
Dina Palmer, the Tumbler.
She's a Tumbler.
Danny Palmer.
Sorry, Danny Palmer. Holy shit. D-Walk, when you see that match, you're going to understand why I say holy shit. She reminds me of Kate Canzaro, but done right. Ain't no Ninja Warrior shit. This is like I was in a clown school.
I've seen Danny Palmer before, along with Kylie Bright and Kendall Gray. I've seen them all wrestle in AEW before and in TNA.
There you go. But here's the part I want to say. Everybody was in their ring gear. The graphic had everyone in their ring gear. Danny Palmer, as I like to say it, went to Target in some short shorts and a shirt, and then forgot that she was supposed to wrestle. She's like, "Well, I'm just gonna wear short shirts and a shirt." I'm like, because everyone how the fuck is Kendall Gray looked like a fucking Power Ranger villain, and Carly Bright looked like everyone was dressed up like everyone. But then she's like, I got this from Target. and I like wearing them. They feel good. But I want to say this: Danny Palmer is a tumbler. She did a bunch of moves, roll ups, counters into roll ups. But Kendall Gray, being a 3-time NCAA wrestling champion, showed out, and she reminded me of Fallon Henley, but the right way. Carly Bright is too much into like Emma. They copied Emma and then put Carly Bright. And for Carly and Danny Palmer did a freaking corkscrew moonsault to the outside and hit her partner. And because of that, they lost. Kendall Gray said a promo. Carly Bright said a promo as well. Like, oh, I'm happy. Oh, this is my best friend. Kendall Gray's like, everyone's going to remember my damn name on the first episode, not because of trivia, because I'm gonna be the best. And then she left. And then Carly Bright said she's gonna be my best friend. That's when Chewy came out, and that's when Joe's like, "Who the fuck is Chewy?" But that was the first like match of the night.
Carly Bright reminds me of Bailey, early Bailey.
Like a little bit of early Bailey, but mostly early Emma. Very
the body,
early Emma.
the face, the gimmick, the bubbliness.
Yeah.
It all screams Bailey.
Yeah.
Hugger Bailey.
The one that was trying to tag
Carly Bright.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm excited to see her obvious beef. Well, like Kendall Gray, he said it when they walked in. Like one seemed pissed off, and the other one was like super cheery. Like and that was Carly. Right. But they're gonna fight eventually.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that.
It was good. Joe, your thoughts on the match?
It wasn't a bad match. It was decent. Starting off with a women's tag match, and I mean, all 4 women had a little bit of something to show out with. I felt. Sure. I feel like we'll see more of that showing out when it's a one-on-one.
We'll talk about that later. But what was your highlight? Like any highlights of the match, if you remember?
That one, the one move that I think might have been Kendall Gray. I don't know if it was Kendall Gray or it was Danny Palmer. It might have been Danny Palmer when she did that. When she did that spinning around and then she came down into a crucifix bomb.
Oh,
that was Ken. Who was that?
That was Danny too. Danny did
Danny Palmer. That's what I thought.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah,
she's good. I see potential in her.
Two people did that in this episode today. Two people.
A match. Speaking of one-on-ones, though, a match that I would like to see is, Callie and Kendall. I think they're a good match for each other.
Yeah,
I mean, like Kendall can take her on, and then Callie can find, exercise her skills.
No matter how big you are, if you have a 3-time champion judo champion jiu-jitsu since she was 12, she can just.
We saw it. She lifted her up 3 times.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
I like to see Danny Palmer and Kendall Gray.
Okay.
I think that would be a good match. They're evenly sized. They're they have even amounts of skill. I think that would be a really, really good balanced match.
Yeah, I could see it, but honestly, I think Danny, she could go up against a lot of other fighters. She reminds me a little bit of Roxanne, but only in size and stature.
Yeah,
really wrestling style.
But then she starts rolling her ass out and holy shit, this girl can tumble.
A match between her and Kendall would be a lot of Kendall trying to submission her and her just flipping around and kicking Kendall in the face.
Yeah, so that works.
Constantly getting out of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. As a grade, I give this. Go on.
No, did D-Walk give his thoughts, or
he hasn't seen the show? He's all pissed off. He's like, "Oh, I got drunk, but I didn't see shit."
All right. Well, you can. Yeah.
You
can.
You didn't take 47 minutes to watch a free show.
I know, on Tubi,
which is a free download on his phone.
Tubi, D-Walk.
Yeah,
I got it. In the world,
I just didn't watch it. I got it.
There we go.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
When's our new
Thursday.
show? Thursdays.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Wait, no.
No, it comes on. It appears on Wednesday, but we have a show on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Depending on if Terrell and happy birthday, Terrell. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah. Hope you had a great birthday. But yes, we are doing the Evolve post review, PUWF's Evolve post review, and we're doing it in collaboration with
CJ Wolfie and For Real Terrell,
which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
So it's gonna be awesome.
I feel like
watch
it's
it
like
and come by, D-Walk.
Oh, well, I got you. I'm gonna check it out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it after I get off the show.
It's actually very fucking short, dude. It's very short, but it's like 2016 NXT. It like ramps up at the end. They get their shit in at the end, dude.
It's only 40. It's 3 matches. It's like 47 minutes.
That's it. It was actually pretty good. But
yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
We go after that. We move on to the second match, which is Keanu Carver versus something London. I don't remember his name.
Tilly London or something.
Something London.
I think he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So
Keanu Carver is from Washington D.C. He says that.
Well, is he?
Yeah, he was in Washington D.C.
Okay. Well, he went to Temple, so shout out Temple on Philly reference.
So, he must have said they must have D.C. What are you like? My bad. He went to Temple University. Shout out to Temple University. I love my girlfriend, so I have to say that. The other guy from New York, he was a football player. Then he wanted to do things, and then he stopped becoming a football.
And he was in a 30-second match with Keanu Carver, but great things ahead of him.
This is why on the show this is why on the show on Thursday we're gonna have a point system, because this guy came out like the Black Jeff Hardy, and it just pissed me off. He had the green things, he had the mask.
Jeff Hardy, he is heavily influenced by Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, and he had a vest, a bulletproof vest, and everything. I'm like, and then you got murdered in 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
What a tragedy.
30 seconds, and then on top of that, the only offense he had was a kick to the face to Keanu Carver.
I asked that. I'm like, did he even get a hit in? I didn't see it.
Shout out to the new ref. Didn't see her before. That's pretty cool.
He'll get him next time.
But he did the. I don't know what the ending was. I think he did like a I think they call it the sky high power bomb, but it was a very good power bomb walk where he just like hold this for a second, where he just picked him up like a baby. And then lifted him up like a baby and like, oh, this is the circle of life shit, and then slammed his ass down for a power bomb. But
so like a last ride.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't grab the guy's pants. He's just like lifting him up so damn high, like the last ride. But I do like Keanu Carver's rendition of a power bomb, because now I think about it, when you do a power bomb, you land on your butt, legs spread out. But the way he did it, his legs were down, right? But the second he landed on his butt and his legs were down, he got up in one knee and then pinned, like instantaneously. That's good ring sense, because then you know, like, that's not just a power bomb. That's a power bomb, boom, turned into a pin, quick as fuck. And that's what he's supposed to do. Yeah. And this guy's a ass motherfucker. He knew that shit.
Maybe they're building up another monster.
They are. He looks like Oba.
I think that's why they referenced Temple. I think he was a wrestler at Temple. So Temple University.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to see it. So he's a technical sort of wrestler, that he's not just doing it for show. He's about get that pin.
The drop step is what. Yeah, exactly. He did a power bomb and turned it into a drop step immediately to get that pin. Go on, Joe.
I want to see him take on the one guy from No Quarter Catch Crew.
Tavion?
Yes.
Okay. I would. Okay. I would like to see him fight one of the Hank and Tank, or Hank and Stank as Joe.
Tavion Heights versus that guy would be pretty nice, I think, because they have similar backgrounds. And Tavion went to Japan and to Noah and learned and got better. And now he's like good.
Go ahead, Joe.
Eddie Thorpe.
Yeah, she said that too. I stopped myself.
Wait, you said
what?
Wait.
Hey, Thorpe.
Eddie Thorpe.
Hey, Thorpe. No, we're trying to get that guy off TV. We don't want him to have TV time.
No. Even Tubi though. Damn.
That's still TV. He still gets airtime. No.
Right.
Go away, Eddie Thorpe.
Trick Williams will be too strong. I could see him being another Oba in the future, but he needs to level up. And I just
there he got the champ, by the way.
I think it wouldn't be bad for Eddie to do a little like guest star moment on Evolve. I mean, it's too late. It's already over. Whatever. But
for next tapings.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about it. Like, I think he needs to switch up his.
I just think Tavion Heights is a good middle ground guy that can give the guy that can give him a good match that can actually fit into the Evolve setting.
I would like to see that match, yeah.
But Evolve has been a very big thing. I mean, in the past, look at the superstars it created.
But they're not using it like that. They're using it like the guys at NXT that are good, but are not being used properly and need to be like need to be put in a freezer for like 6 months to a year. But speaking of that, isn't Keanu Carver one of the 4 guys in the mask? If that's the new group, or they changed him out?
I thought he was.
He looks like it.
He said that, yeah.
I thought he was, but I don't. That could be wrong.
He has the same hairstyle as the other guy, but it could be wrong. But either way, but I want to say, after the match, he was walking out. There was a guy. What was that fucking guy's name with that weird vest we saw? El Gats.
What is it? The guy, the dude.
Yeah, but there was a guy that was like wearing a very light blue.
The Geo or something.
Something again, ladies and gentlemen. General review. Not recording anything. They were coming out, and then he was like, Keanu. By the way, they have the chant. That's the part that I'm guessing. Like they're making him like Oba, calling him Keanu, like that alone. By the way, oh shit, Joe. Oh my god. This guy reminded me of Kona Reeves, but not in a bad way. Like just because there was a guy named Kona Reeves in NXT, and like it didn't like work well for him. But either way, shout out to Keanu. It didn't work. But either way, Keanu leaves. It did not. Keanu leaves, and then the other guy that was in the crowd was like flexing, and then Luca Busafino was in the back and said, "Look, I know the Dawn is the Dawn of NXT, but I'm the Dawn. I'm the boss of Evolve." You know, I'm like he kept saying. He said his name 5 times. I counted it.
Yeah, he said, "You'll see me here every week."
Yeah, because he got demoted. Damn, not even Stacks.
He have been demoted.
Yes,
he's not demoted. He's pulling double duty.
Yeah, which is fine. I feel bad for him because I really thought Stacks would be here way before Luca Busafino, but Luca ain't done shit. Not since fucking Ridge beat his ass.
Maybe this isn't a demotion. Maybe this is like a mini promotion.
Yeah.
Like you said, he gets to make his own family.
What's funny is that since
this
is pre-tape. So what happens if one day Luca gets the belt and then he has to like pop up of NXT that's live, like, oh hey guys, by the way, I had the belt. I went away for a couple minutes and I got the belt.
See you later, bye.
Bye. I'll be back. I'll see you later. And then like, what the fuck, man? What you know? That's just weird booking. But he said he's here and he's having fun. Whatever. Boom. And then after that, we get to the main event, which is
6-man tag.
The 6-man tag, which is one tag team is called the Swipe Right, which I love the name. It was pretty fucking badass. And Jackson, that he's been training and wrestling since he was 7. Then you had Cappuccino Jones, something Cartwheel, and then Super something Joe. I will say this. This match started off slow. I kind of compared the 3 guys of each team to Cardala, and then like, you know, one guy looks like Matt Damon, literally Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting.
That's what they said.
Those are the Swipe Right fuck boys.
Yeah, so Swipe Right fuck boys. And Cappuccino Jones had everything about coffee on his pants. I noticed everything, little notes. C&J.
I didn't notice that.
He had a Folgers. On
there's another Javon Evans.
I
thought that, but he's not like him exactly.
Yeah. Say that to the Mountain Girl. Go on now.
No, I thought the same thing, that they seem kind of similar in vibe, but he's got his own wrestling style.
He does.
I think he's a little bigger too.
He is, but his pants make it bigger.
Very Gen Z is the conclusion.
Thank you for bring that up, Cardella. Like, what do you like as a whole? What you thought about this? Like, this theme.
It's just kind of weird that like this is my generation. Like these people are my age or younger than me.
Yeah. 20 and minimum 20.
But so yeah, these are Gen Z wrestlers, and they're very much pulling that. I don't know who told them to come up with these gimmicks, but they really went hard on the like Gen Z topics, like I don't know, Tinder and fucking coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The coffee thing, and the guy, by the way, the guy came in with a coffee cup.
That's his thing. He's
Yeah.
just gonna carry
Sadly.
around a coffee cup, and it's kind of a perfect little prop because it's, I don't know. That's a funny thing when you're watching TV shows and you can notice that an actor is obviously carrying an empty cup. You're like, oh yeah, woo! I don't know.
He stole that from Prince Nana.
Yeah, Prince Nana had that too. But the fact that the promo for the Swipe Right Fuck Boys was like, I've been with your mom, I've been with your daughter, I've been with your sister. I've been with every, and like it just sounded so nasty. Like that means these 20-year-old boys and 22-year-old, the other guy's like 22, 23, has fucked every single age graphic from legal to like the Goldens.
Senior citizen.
I call them the Goldens, but I respect that.
It is very much a lifestyle.
And
I don't know why we were talking about.
And they were saying that in our commentary too. And I will say, shout out to this commentary team, Tom Ferguson. Yeah, go on.
Sadly, I know someone like that in real life.
You mean D-Walk?
No.
Wow.
No.
I
know.
Hold up. I gotta put up a D-Walk.
Not going to mention the man's name, but I know a former a guy that was a wrestler. That's he had a nickname, and if you know ICP, you'll understand the reference. But his nickname was Super Balls.
Super Balls.
So,
man.
So yeah, you know the Waffle House story, D-Walk.
Yeah,
anyway,
man.
But anything didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter what, as long as it was legal. Or it didn't matter the age, as long as it was legal, that he was sleeping. No teeth or nothing.
Yeah. My appetite got spoiled real fast.
Anyway, yeah, good story, Joe. I appreciate that you kept it.
I've seen D-Walk do some nasty shit too. I've seen him with some real old people. I mean,
and that's why right now on the spot, I right there on the spot, I made this. It's D-Walk.
I mean, I've seen. I mean, in his 20s, I saw him with women that were definitely in their 60s. Clearly,
hey, I try to forget that, man.
Don't try. You know what? I've been there. Go look. I'll put it out. Look. I've done it too.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
But you know that's what alcohol does. It turns 60-year-old women, making them look like they're 20.
Yeah.
Another quick reference here for anybody who's seen Floribama Shore, that one episode where Courtney kisses a 60-year-old woman.
Just because.
Just fully makes out with her in a bar. Just because.
It's Courtney.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Now we were talking about. I totally forgot what the fuck we're talking about here. We're talking about. Evolve. No. We're talking
age differences.
Yes, but we're talking about Evolve. I want to talk about Mr. Cartwheel, or I like to call him Mr. Speedball Mike Bailey 2.0, or just.
I thought you were gonna call him Flip Gordon.
No. This motherfucker is Speedball Mike Bailey because he does the same exact thing. This guy did so many cartwheels. That was, I gotta show you Speedball Mike Bailey. That's the guy that has no shoes on, and he would just.
Yeah, I was gonna say he wasn't barefoot.
No, but he acts like him. This guy also did a crucifix bomb to one of the guys, Mr. Cartwheel, and was jumping like crazy. And I didn't know this. He was a gymnast for 12 years. Like that I did not know that. I'm like, this is the reason that he can just spin. And these are the people I wish on a falling star, this guy was at least 1 foot taller. That's the only thing I hate about that, is that he's like 4'9". He's the guy they can play. They can put him as Puck in the Wolverine movie when they go to Canada. You know what I'm talking about, Joe? Alpha Flight. He's that fast. Like, but the thing is, everyone had their part. Everyone got their shit in. Cappuccino Jones had a Superman punch called the Special Shot. He did a special that I forgot what it kind of looked like a Trouble in Paradise, sort of looked like it, I guess. But they call that the decaffeinator, and he did a beautiful elbow drop from the top rope. Beautiful.
He's pretty good.
He was pretty good. Mr. Cartwheel did his shit too. Christopher Bombs, like I said, and I forgot. Oh yeah, and I don't know who won, but at the end,
Cappuccino's team won.
Yeah, Cappuccino's team won. In the end, Cappuccino's team won. They were surprised. This was a strong opener. I mean, not opener, ender for Evolve. So Cardala, your rating of the match. First ever.
I'm gonna give it a B, I guess, just because they were really showing out. Everybody got to showcase their individual styles, and that was the goal, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I give it an A because this reminded me of NXT 2016, where like the main event, if there was a 6-man tag or 3-man tag, whatever you call that shit, like everyone got their shit in. Everyone.
And that was the goal. Just show out.
Like show out. This is why this is the best NXT ever. Oh my god. Because everyone's fucking doing the specials before anything else. So I love that shit. And I love that they're building up replacements for the future when other people leave. Oba leaves, you got Keanu, right? KT Catanzaro leaves, you got Danny Palmer. Lash Legend leaves, you got Kali for now. Bailey leaves, and as long as Kylie's mental health is good, you have the next Bailey. Now, before we end this show, Joe, your rating of the 6-man.
Give it a B. I mean, it was good, but I felt like it could have had a little more. But I felt it was good. It was a strong showing for the first show.
Okay. I respect that. All right. Now, before we go to I think it's like the end of the show. The next topic, I think it's the end of the show. Yeah, it's the end of the show. Oh wait, no. Now we got the final thing that D-Walk's been waiting for. Can you give a brief history in case I was wrong about Kylie to Cardala and to the world to give
talking about Kylie Ray?
Why I worry about Kylie.
Kylie Ray has had mental breakdowns numerous times. She was hired with AEW. She had a mental breakdown. She had to leave. She requested out of her contract due to mental health reasons. They granted it. TNA, same issue. WWE, she had the same issue with NXT. She's already had 3 mental breakdowns. We don't want to see another one. She gets these mental breakdowns, and she's like, I can't wrestle no more. And she's very young.
She's super young. I thought she was 30, but then I looked it up. She's like under 30.
No, she's like 20-something, 27, 28. But she's too young. She's having all these mental breakdowns and contemplating knowing if this is what she wants to do or not. I don't know. I mean, I guess she's getting another chance because she got the ID program that picked her up. So hopefully she stays healthy and keeps her mental health in check.
There you go.
That's all we can really hope for. I mean,
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. I mean, I don't want to see nothing bad happen to her. I mean, she's a good performer when she performs.
Yeah. She's a great performer when she performs. And that's why I like her, because she's not great, but with practice and more, she could be the next Bailey in the future. She can be. And not just like Bailey, super happy Bailey, but Bailey into now that she has a legacy and but the mental breakdowns every single time worries. Because you're like, if this is your profession and you keep breaking down, this should not be your profession anymore.
Yeah.
Do something else. I know you love doing this, but if what you can't do, teach. Do that. That's all I gotta say about that. Like for her, just please be safe mentally, and please lasts more than 1 year.
Not only that, if you have a problem, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Don't just quit. Talk to somebody. Reach out. Pick up a phone. Call somebody.
Yeah.
Please do that.
Most people with mental health issues, they have that issue where they don't want to call nobody because they don't want to be a burden.
And she's done that numerous times, as we've already seen from every other organization that she's quit or gotten released. But speaking of getting released, D-Walk, turn on that motherfucking camera. It's on. It's time now. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, also, AEW is going to be releasing a few people as well. Abaddon is one of them.
Oh, that sucks. I like her, but like, she can be in TNA. She can have fun.
TNA.
Or not NXT. Keep her the fuck away from NXT, but they can't put her in the main roster if they need to hire her because she's a commodity. Huh? No, when did she was in Evolve? She's lost her title. She's lost her time. Her time is never. Bye. I love you.
She wasn't in that group of people though.
Oh, she's waiting for that. All right. Speaking of which, let's talk about the love of a hater. Let's go.
Has only one mission: to go around the internet and tell people they're wrong, but he never says why. And if you try to ask him this, he won't give you an answer. Just post another strong song. All of his you account for, I think therefore I am types. But if they were at all sincere, then they'd all have subscribers. He has zero himself, and objectively speaking, this casts some doubt on the quality of things he may say.
Okay.
By the way, lyrics, my girlfriend's laughing her ass off. Lyrics and music, thanks to Zuno for that. So thank you for that. They couldn't say Urbanovich right. They tried. I tried like 16 different times. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT Time with D-Walk is a wonderful thing that we do every Wednesday at 9:30. We talk about NXT as a whole. This clip, I put it on my channel to see if it got more traction, and it does, and it still does. It's at 1.4 thousand views. That's pretty well, yeah, 1,400. Sorry, 1,400 views, and a whole bunch of things. But then that one person, Will Urbanovich, leaves a comment saying that apparently I have to lay off the crack cocaine, and to understand the idea. Now, do you remember the topic we were talking about, Joe? That it was talking about women's wrestling and the safety of it.
We were talking about women's wrestling and how they should stop doing unsafe things to prevent them, and that they should be looking sexy as as professional as they can, and then wrestle. But they should stay away from things that could hurt them, such as Spanish flies.
Yeah.
Jada Parker.
And Jada Parker or
Jada Parker couldn't get her ass over on a flip.
True, but that we talked about that last week, and that's the point we get to this hater. So I'm gonna start by saying that it's sad that you leave a comment, Mr. Will Urbanovich, and you have no subscribers, which is true, as the song says. And on top of that, we've responded back. That thread has been going on, still going. Mr. Joe BNCO came himself and left some words of wisdom, and you still haven't said anything, which tells me that you're a guy that watched the whole clip, the whole 10 seconds of that thing, didn't read that it literally says that it link in the description, didn't go and watch the live because again, you want easy, comforting things for you. Since as the song, if I show you the whole song, it says that you're a 13-year-old boy living in his mother's basement. And that's again made by Suno, not me. I guess Suno understands where the hell you come from, you troll. I don't like it. I know, but I don't like it when you come after. And again, this has nothing to do with Joe and D-Wall. This is on my channel. But this was a clip from D-Walk's show that he takes every Wednesday to take his fucking time to come on the show sober and end drunk. But he does it with style and class because that's his fucking job as a podcaster for his show. Do you have a podcast, Mr. Will Urbanovich? Do you have a show talking about wrestling? Do you take the time out of your day to actually do something other than just come on a commentary since 2012 and you've had that YouTube channel that you've done nothing at all, left no comment at all except on my channel to help my friend grow as a wrestling podcaster? That pisses me the fuck off. Thus, while I was doing one thing, I literally was making the video just as you saw right now. Just to show you that you mean nothing to me, but you mean just enough that I make a 34-second video of your dumbass, and Suno does the rest for me. Music video for Will Urbanovich coming out later on my Instagram.
Dumb motherfucker.
That's right. So D-Walk, take it away.
There's motherfuckers that be trying to do shit. It's just motherfuckers like y'all that fucking hate on somebody instead of congratulating them. We'll never come on nobody's shit and fucking shit on a motherfucker. Why would you have to come on some shit and you don't even know the facts about this shit? That's the dumbest shit. You got to be the most ignorant, dumbest, retarded, stupid ass motherfucker I ever met to come on somebody else's shit and fucking disrespect them, bro. Like, that is the most dumb. That's some kids do that shit. Grow up. Grow the fuck up, you little dumb motherfucker.
I love going on.
We trying to talk about wrestling. We talking about shit we love here. And we appreciate this shit. If you can't say no feedback or say nothing happy or a joke, nothing, don't say shit at all, motherfucker.
I go on other people's things that they post, and I read and I read and I read, and then after I read, if I have a question, I promote my question in a comment section.
Yeah.
Now, because I ask a question, usually when I ask a question, I'm usually getting bombarded by idiots that just want to fucking badmouth me and shit because I ask a question. I asked a question because it's an honest thing that people should be doing, is asking questions. Get all the facts before you start making assumptions.
Yeah.
You know? And that's something that he did not do. He jumped to conclusions, made a statement that was inaccurate, and then never responded back.
Never.
Coward.
Never.
Fucking coward.
The comments there, man, I responded back to everybody on the comment thread.
Yeah. No, it's sad. I tagged him on my YouTube channel. I posted it. It's on my community post thing. It's all there. I told him I'll see him tonight. Like, it's the point that, like, if you have the balls to leave a comment but not show up and explain why you said that. Oh, I was making a joke. Da 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 da. Oh, we don't take it seriously. We don't take anything seriously. We just want to know why you took the time out of your life and leave a comment on my fucking channel, talk about my friend's fucking channel, and not explain, except make a comment about crack cocaine, not explaining why you didn't. And by the way, which bothers me even more, not to the point that I'm obsessed with this guy, but it bothers me that my faces, no one's face was on there except for D-Walk's. No one's face. That StreamYard, you dumb motherfucker, made that video. StreamYard, cut it and put it out. So,
well, you know why that he made the comment. I mean,
yep. But
you got Pookie Williams.
I'm not saying, and I got you, D-Walk. You just like you froze. I got you. Hold up now.
He didn't freeze. He tried not to laugh.
Shit jerk! You're just a shit jerk, dick.
Yeah, because a little comedy, a little cute.
It's okay. You can laugh.
Okay, now Cardala, anything to say about this? About haters and just people coming out to our freaking shit.
It's still engagement, so thank you.
Hey, how old is this dude? About 12?
Yeah.
If he a grown man, this a grown man, you gonna eat a dick.
No, you know what's funny? Suno, when I typed in a person that hates us, but like whatever, it actually made a song saying that was a 12-year-old kid in the basement and has no friends. Like literally, the song made it by itself. I didn't write this stuff down.
That's a lot.
So there's a lot of different versions.
So
A lot of different versions of NXT time with D-Walk too. But
I bet you.
Sometimes
I
we end
bet
up
you.
here.
I bet you live in a basement. You hate your life. You fucking probably tried to kill yourself 17, 18 times.
all right, we're not saying we're not promoting unaliving here. That's
Oh,
where
my
you get
bad, my
copyrights,
bad.
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, my bad. No, my bad.
We
I
will
take
say
that back. Let me
though,
rewind that. Let me rewind
you
that.
can't rewind a live. We can't rewind a live, bro. You can't rewind a live.
Okay, that was too dark. That was too
All right,
dark. Okay.
No,
But let me
too
say
dark
this.
here, but
I hope you probably live in a fucking basement somewhere you fucking hate. And you hate your life. And you hate people around you. And you fucking probably eat fucking sardines every fucking day. And you hate your life. Find a hobby.
Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, nothing wrong with eating sardines. But for him, it's a piece of shit. But ladies and gentlemen, I will say that was NXT time. Oh, sorry, not the fucking NXT time. That was PWF. It's almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. It's a good show.
Basically, you know, D-Walk, it would have been easier if you just would have called him a basement golem.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Joe.
Yeah.
And I dare you to make another comment. I dare you to fucking make another comment. Fucking destroy you.
Okay. I'm being quiet for a reason. Wait, let's wait.
Oh, I still could go? Oh,
okay.
Like I said, I dare you to fucking leave a fucking comment now. I'll fucking destroy you. I'll fucking mess up. Oh, man, I dare you. Oh, I'm wishing you do.
I know.
Don't fucking shit. All your shit will be gone. You won't have no kind of fucking social network. I'll make sure of that.
And that's a lesson in why minding your business is free.
Exactly.
And you should always comment kind things on people's videos.
Yeah, because then you get traction.
Or ask questions.
Ask questions, exactly. This is the second hater we've had since the start of this show. So this is actually nice. Next year we'll have 3 more and have some. Again, I have all the time in the world when someone pisses me off.
I got time today. I got time today. And how they say it, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing right.
Exactly. Next week we'll talk about some things. Yep. Next week we'll talk about stuff of that nature. No, Roadblock. Yeah, Roadblock is next Tuesday, so we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a shout out to Kane the Destroyer for unlocking the pro versions of U-Cut and Polish. You know what the fuck I mean by that. And because of that, this new version of the intro of NXT Time with D-Walk is upon us. So as an outro, for the next 3 minutes, we're going to let this go right out. Come by Wednesdays, NXT Time with D-Walk, 9:30. We will talk about Roadblock, the post, and everything like that. Stay healthy, stay happy, booyakasha, and everything else in life. And remember, condoms are not free, but babies isn't either.
They can be free.
Yeah, they are free if you go to the free clinic and they fucking suck ass. They have holes in them.
And your life is free until you start fuck with the wrong people.
That's right. That's right, dude. That's right. Booyaka, booyaka.
Now a bitch has only one mission: to go around the internet and tell people they're wrong, but he never says why. And if you try to ask him this, he won't give you an answer. Just post another Stronghold song. All of his you account for, I think therefore I am types, but if they were at all sincere, then they'd all have subscribers. He has 0 himself, and objectively speaking, this casts some doubt on the quality of things he may say. No.